What is going on, Flix Talkers? Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Catterday to all the cat dads and cat moms out there. Let me know if I'm coming in clear, if I'm coming in crystal crispy. I am waking up, and it is good to see some chatters in the building too. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're doing live streams at least once a week here. I like to do them on the weekends because that's when I have the most time, obviously. But good morning or good afternoon. As I say that, I just picked out a mochi hair out of my eye. Yeah, on the weekends I try to sleep in till about 7 a.m. Because during the weekday I get up 5 a.m. No ifs, ands, or buts. 5 a.m. Sounding good? Cherokee, what's up, Cherokee? But we have a lot to get to, guys. We'll be taking your questions in the chat, obviously, as well as talking about some movie news, new movies that came out. Are they going to hit their mark or not? We have some more popcorn bucket news as Fantastic Four is looming and Superman are right around the corner. I think they're getting really lazy with their designs, but that's just me. That's just me. And I think there's a huge part of these companies that are creating these popcorn boxes that are like, you know what? At this point, let's just, whatever we create, they're going to buy. The people are going to buy. So let's just get to the chat. I want to say what's up to everybody before we get into some news or questions and whatnot. That being said, oh, by the way, there is a leaderboard, which is a huge part. Most of you guys are probably like, what in the heck is going on in the chat? There is a leaderboard, and I believe it's based off of chatter, who's the top chatters. So if you guys see these numbers next to your name, like Jonathan, Waylon, you guys will see a numbered system. That's based on, I believe, the community's interaction, just back and forth and back and forth. So it's become a little friendly competition thing that I think YouTube wants to do and just kind of highlight people that have been here regularly. So if you guys are wondering what the heck is that, symbol for, whatever, the more you chatter, the higher up you get on the leaderboard, or community board, I should say. And if you guys do click on the top of your chat, I believe it says community with the crown. You click on it and it shows who's number one. So as of right now, number one is Jonathan Sanko in the building. What's up, man? All right. So Jonathan Sanko in here first saying, how's it going? It's going well, my friend. Waylon in the building. Hi, David. How's your day going so far? Like I said, I just woke up. We're all getting situated. We're doing Laura's doing laundry over here. I have not had breakfast yet, but I have my coffee, so I'll make something afterwards. Rebuilding in the building. Saying good almost afternoon. So shouts out to my East Coasters out there. Why on Earth? Was this live stream originally set for 12:45 yesterday? Yeah, okay. So that's funny. If you did catch it, at least like the first hour, I was trying to situate a live stream off my phone. Okay, I wasn't at the computer. So I was trying to set it up, and you can kind of do that through your browser. But for some reason, it would not let me change the time to 8 a.m. Okay? So when I posted it, I thought it went through as 8 a.m. And then I went to check it and it said, oh, you're live in 24 hours. And I'm like, 24 hours? No. More like 10 hours. So I went and I kept trying to change the time and it was giving me a hard time, basically. I'm using repetitive words to describe other words or situations. But I was able to change it, and that's probably why you got some weird update or whatever it was. 4 p.m. in the UK. Shouts out to the UK, by the way. Happy Cherokee saying happy Saturday, David. Fellow Flix Talkers, today would have been my mom's 80th birthday. Oh, well, shouts out to her. 80th birthday, yeah. I believe that's the American average now. No, might be lower. 77, 78. Let's see. Sebastian in the building. What's up, my friend? Mochi, you're late? Yeah, I know. I did come in a little late. I wanted to make sure I reset my internet too, because last time we had a little flub where I got disconnected like 2 hours in. I don't know what's going on too. I was arguing with my, not arguing, but just kind of voicing my opinion to my coworkers because we all have different internet. I have Spectrum in my area. And like I said, whatever I mention might be a West Coast thing. I don't know. But I have Spectrum. My buddy has Frontier, and that's the the newer one, where it's supposed to be better coverage, but cheaper, like cut in half. I'm paying $100 at this point for internet, which I think is too damn much for the service that I get. But then Frontier came out, and they're giving everybody $40 plans, $50 plans. I'm like, what the hell? It's not available in my area because Spectrum has a monopoly on my area. And then T-Mobile now, which I do have T-Mobile on my phone, they offer a coverage where they give you like a Wi-Fi box and you use their service. So I wanted to try that out. A couple of my coworkers said they have it and it sucks. So I don't know. What do I do here? This is a part of the adulting that I was like, man, it's never easy. Cleon is saying, Fistful of Dollars was awesome. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. I definitely want to keep these sequels going, obviously. If you guys didn't see the Patreon picks, we have Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans. Boom, boom. Inglorious DVD. Glorious DVD. Can we focus in a little bit? I don't know. I saw focusing in. My focus is not working today. But it's Clash of the Titans. There you go. Clash of the Titans. Come on, man. Clash of the Titans in the stupid... You guys remember the little clamshell? Actually, they're not called clamshell. Someone corrected me last time, a long time ago when I said that. They're called something else, but it's like looks like clamshell to me. And then also Revenge from 2017, which I believe is the same director as The Substance, which I'm not going to pronounce because I'm not good at pronouncing French names. Let's see. Eric Patterson in the building saying, good morning, David. How's everything going? So far, so good. Baby, can you leave that light on for me? Thank you. Let's see. Love these live streams. Oh, I'm so glad you can join in with the community and we have a good time too. It seems like we're having a good time at 8 a.m. for everybody because when I have them later, some people on the other side of the globe cannot join in, you know? Rebuilding is saying, I have a question to ask right after mentioning something that I don't know if David knows about or not. Well, spill the beans, buddy. Let's go. Sebastian, David, have you been seen that show Barry with Bill Hader? Yes. Actually, me and Laura both watched it when we were following all the seasons. You're really enjoying it right now. Where are you on the series? It ended last year, I believe. It was fantastic. I know I use that word all the time. It was probably one of our favorite shows. Very dry humor, dramatic, the action. Bill Hader's best role. Bill Hader's best role. And if you guys don't know who Bill Hader is, he's from SNL, and he was definitely a breakthrough as far as someone going from a comedian to this very dramatic, not satirical. It's not very satirical. Well, I guess you can call it that. It's dark. It is very, very dark humor, and he's very sad in it. He does play an assassin, you know, so there's nothing to be happy about. But let me know where you are in the season. And it's great. It's a fantastic, great show. Has a lot of other good actors in it as well. Let me see this cast. I already forgot who's in the damn cast. I don't know the Henry Winkler. That's the big one. Henry Winkler's in it. Stephen Root. Sarah Goldberg is good, but I hadn't seen her in anything else. And Anthony Garrigan, who's a standout in this as NoHo Hank. He, I think because of the show, got a lot of work afterwards. And this guy has a very unique look, obviously. I mean, come on, you have eyes in your head. You're just like, this guy looks very, very unique, right? But he's very good in Barry. And I had not seen him in anything else before Barry, and now he's in everything. So he's in Death of a Unicorn, Superman movie. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? This guy. Okay, I guess he was in Bill and Ted's Face the Music. I think Barry set it off, though, for him. I really do think so. But enjoy the show, my friend. Derek is saying, hello, Flicks Talk. Did you buy the rubber gloves yet? What rubber gloves am I supposed to buy? I'm not catching it. I'm not catching the reference. Eric is saying, will you go to Horror Nights this year? So my little sister just sent me an advertisement for that. Is it Fallout? They're doing Fallout? You know what's funny is that we're actually planning a trip in October to Idaho, but I would love to go to Horror Nights though. Let's see. I wanted to see if they've released any advertisement for it, or like any anything that we could talk about. Yeah, Fallout. Excuse me. Okay, so far it looks like there's gonna be a Fallout, either Maze or yeah, a haunted house. Five Nights at Freddy's. Wow. Okay. You know what I have not? Has anybody seen Five Nights at Freddy's in the chat? Please let me know. That'd be cool if you guys can give me your inside thought on is it scary, or is that a wow, is this a skull with a Mexican attire and a sombrero? Okay. All right. So it's starting on September 4th to November. I would like to go. Yeah, I would like to. Long story short, I would like to go. Let's see. My internet's running a little slow today. But it seems like that's all they... Okay, that's it? That's all we get. Let me see. See all haunted houses. Unless they updated this. I don't know if they updated it yet. See what I'm talking about? What is this slow internet? This is slow internet, guys. You guys know that. Not good. Terror Tram, it's a given. Okay, they're not releasing any info. There's nothing up here yet. Okay. It just says 8 mind-ripping haunted houses. This is the thing too, they don't tell you. You were waiting in those lines for like an hour. So get ready. Get ready. All right. A live stream before Money in the Bank. Let's go. Rebuilding is saying. I believe that is WWE, right? And I told myself once I had Netflix, I would watch it. Now they're streaming, and I haven't watched a single Monday Night Raw. Any thoughts on Interstellar? Jonathan's asking me. Great. One of Nolan's best. The best soundtrack of all time, too. I think out of all of the Christopher Nolan films. That's just my opinion. And once again, I have to obviously go back and re-listen to the soundtracks, but Interstellar is fantastic. It's an amazingly not confusing premise, but it's one of those movies where you want to watch it immediately afterwards again to just try to grasp it a little more. I mean, we're talking about wormholes, we're talking about time travel and time elapsing and different things like that. So it is a very wild ride for your brain. Pedro in the building. What's up, Pedro? Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm just used to saying Happy Saturday. Rebuilding Happy Saturday. Yes. Okay. Sounding good. Okay, that's rough. Did my chat just stop or what happened? Okay, yeah. Okay, my chat wasn't loading for a second. What's with the rubber gloves? I want to know about the rubber gloves. Okay, let's see. 8 a.m. rising unless I have work, Waylon's saying. Thoughts on law-abiding citizen? Jonathan's asking me. That was a good one. That was another one that I feel like I have to go back and rewatch. They put out a bunch of versions too of law-abiding. They put out a bunch of versions on physical is what I'm trying to say, like steelbooks and they I think recently 4K. He's like wrongfully accused, right? Jamie Foxx. Johnny Fox. I think he's like wrongfully accused or something like that. Or maybe I completely be wrong about that. Wait, what? Rotten Tomatoes gave us a 24%? Oh, 26%? Oh my God. Oh, by the way, guys, have you guys noticed if you guys are using ad blockers on your browser, YouTube cut that shit off. They said, no ad blockers are working. So I just got the warning a couple of days ago and I was like, oh, damn. If I live stream, how is this going to work? Let me just read the synopsis. Clyde Shelton, played by Gerard Butler, I love Gerard Butler, is an honorable family man until the day his wife and daughter are murdered in a home invasion. He hopes for justice, but a rising prosecutor named Nick Rice, Jamie Foxx. Oh, okay, he's a prosecutor. Never mind. Cuts a deal with one of the killers in exchange for testimony. 10 years later, the man is found dead and Shelton coolly admits his guilt. Oh. What? I don't remember this. I just got spoiled. Then he hands Rice an ultimatum: fix the broken legal system or suffer the consequences. What? You know what? There is something about a phenomenon like this, okay? And what I'm talking about is a score. I want to do like maybe a whole segment about exploring why do some movies get such a lopsided spectrum percentage. 26 to 75. That is astronomical. We have to, there's something going on here. When it's like a 60, 70, 50, 50, 100, 90, I get it. 26, 75. This doesn't make sense to me. It never has. And that's a good amount of ratings. 165 reviews versus a 250,000 plus reviews from audience scores. Something's going on. Something's going on where they either the critics took this movie too seriously and the audience knew that they weren't supposed to. Something is going on. But I've seen many splits like this. Many splits where it's just astronomically insanity. This is probably another one right here, Captain America. Yeah. It's not as astronomical, but yeah. 48 to 78. I wouldn't say it's as low as a 48, but it definitely was like in the 60. But there is something to be said about this where it's really, really weird to me and bizarre. How can the audience have that much sway? I don't get it. Excuse me. All right. Rebuilding is saying, did you know we're getting a live action Care Bears movie? I just saw that. I wanted to dive. We can talk about that. Absolutely. Since it is a new topic of discussion this week. I was talking to my coworker and I was like, with all these live action movies, how would a Care Bears movie work? How would that even work? But then we started talking about the Monopoly movie is getting a live action. It's like, well, what are we doing here? Like, what is happening? What is happening to our dear cinema? Okay, let's talk about it. All right, let's talk a little bit because I don't know too much about it. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know anything about what this means to be a live Care Bear movie. So Care Bears movie in the works from Josh Greenbaum at Warner Brothers. The lovable characters previously led a 1985 feature, the Care Bears movie. Never saw it, but it was the year I was born. The Care Bears are set to open their hearts for a new feature project. You know what? My mind automatically goes to what they're doing with the Smurfs. If you guys have seen, the Smurfs live action, where it's half animation and then half in the real world. That's where I think they're going to go, and it's going to be an easy cash grab if they do go there. So Josh Greenbaum will direct the movie Care Bears. That is in early development at Warner Brothers. Perfect for Warner Brothers. They do this type of shit. A writer has not been announced for the film. Who cares? I mean, you don't need it. I could write this. That also has not been disclosed as the plot details. But what was their main point of contention as far as like episodes? Like, what would they have to battle? Why are they wearing raincoats? I'm sure they had a common enemy. Are they part of a tribe? Is there different tribes? I need to know. Producers include Chris Bender and Jack. I don't care about who's all attached. This means nothing to me. Tell me give me as much as you can about what it's about. You're making an animation movie. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay. Oh, the original Care Bears movie had Mickey Rooney as a voice cast. That's funny. Let's see. Okay. So the director, or I'm sorry, is it it is a director. I'm sorry. Okay. Josh Greenbaum is known for such features as Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Okay, so we started that movie because I remember when the trailer came out for that film, it was so goofy. I was like, we have to watch this. And plus they're playing, Madonna's Holiday in the song, in the trailer, the holiday, So I was like, this is giving me goofy SNL vibes, but can they do goofy SNL vibes in 2025 or 2023, whenever it came out? And no, we turned it off. It was so lame. Okay, and the documentary Will and Harper. I don't know what that is. He is also in production on The Dink, a pickleball movie starring Ben Stiller and Jake Johnson. I don't know about that one. Green Bomb is also attached to direct Spaceball sequel. Oh, stop it. Let's stop that. Let's stop there. Let's stop there. There's going to be a Spaceball sequel for Amazon MGM. Okay, this makes total sense because didn't they do a Mel Brooks sequel recently for Amazon? The History of the World Part 2 or 3 or something like that for Amazon? I think so. Okay, I'm not digging that. Let's see. Care Bears unlock the magic. Okay, so is this still going on? Like, I mean, are they still making Care Bears stuff? Oh my god. Is this like Japanimation or what is this? Why do they look like this? Wait a minute. Are these the Care Bears that y'all know and love? Care Bears unlock the magic. This looks like an anime. This looks very lazy from what I've seen. Okay, so can we see? I don't want to watch a clip or anything, but it's still going. That is cool. You know what? Okay, I'm going to say this. That is cool. I'd said something like this similar to my Karate Kid Legends review, where, you know what? I didn't like the Karate Kid Legends movie. I give it a mid, a very C average score, 3 out of 5. But I love the fact that they're keeping the magic alive for these younger generations. So if you guys are going to do that with the Smurfs, if you guys are going to do that with the Care Bears that you guys, most of you grew up to know and love, and now we have that for a younger generation that can possibly appreciate that. Okay, I mean they're trying to do their best, I guess. Either way, we don't have that much information. And will a Care Bears movie? I guess your ultimate question. You know, you said, what do you think about that? Is it ruining our childhood? So I didn't grow up on it. I was born in '85, so I didn't grow up on that at all. Is it ruining our childhood? I would say no, because it's adding on to what's still going on today. And you said you don't believe so, and so I agree. I don't believe so either. Sky Internet here is good. Oh, I thought you were going to say Skynet. Cherokee saying, really need this. Oh, Cherokee. Saying, I really needed this today. I'm having a rough day. I'm so sorry. I'm happy to see you are back from the future. Really excited to see both Patreon picks. Yes, yes, yes. Bill Hader was good in Tropic Thunder. What was he? Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, I almost forgot he was in that. He played Tom Cruise's assistant. Yeah. Which Tom Cruise recently replicated the dance. Remember when he was dancing to Apple Bottom Jeans? I think that's what it was, the Flow Rider song. I think that's what he was dancing to. And G5 Jet, G4 Jet, or whatever he was saying. And he's like, Apple Bottom Jeans, boots. We might have to play that clip with Matthew McConaughey. Let's see. Did you know that Owen Wilson has a show called Stick? It's a golf comedy. Wow. You know what? I did get something from advertised to me. I have an Amazon Fire Stick, and I think that did pop up. But you know what? Might be a hot take. I don't like Owen Wilson. Well, it's not that I don't like him. I think he's very one note. I like his brother Luke Wilson a lot more. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Sports, one season. Stick. Apple Plus. Okay, I don't have Apple Plus. That's probably why. June 4th. It just came out a couple days ago. So a long, washed-up professional golfer turns towards a rising young star in the game that turns things around. This sounds almost like Happy Gilmore, right? Which we're getting a sequel to. People are really getting into golf. People are really getting into golf lately. All my coworkers, they golf as well, and that's fine. That's great. I know it's like a big thing on the block, so to speak. I never got into it. I think I went to the putting range or whatever they call it. I don't know. Sebastian, have you watched Red Rock West? Will it be uploaded to YouTube? Yes, I did. And yes, I loved it. So it is up on Patreon. I was looking for you to see if you were on Patreon. I don't think you are. But I was literally yesterday morning doing a YouTube edit for you because I was like, I don't think he's on Patreon, so how is he going to see it? So I am going to do, unless I could somehow send you a Patreon link or something, you have to wait a couple of days for the YouTube edit. I thought it was very good, actually. It was a very good gem. I will say that. All right, let's see. Oh, Waylon is saying, love the Saw shirt. Yes. I'm wearing it in honor of we got some Saw news, guys, and James Wan stuff. So I love James Wan. I think he is kind of a master. Like you put him in, at least for me. Obviously, when I speak, this is just for me. So you put him in that category of 21st century horror directors that were fresh on the scene, or producers, whatever you want to. He's producing a lot of stuff now. But out the gate, I knew him, I think, for Saw. That might have been the first film I've ever seen directed by him. I have to look it up. Maybe I saw something else. But after that, he just started producing a lot of things. Well, guess what? Blumhouse is in talks to buy Saw franchise from Twisted Pictures. If a deal makes, then James Wan, who directed the first film and launched the horror franchise with Leigh Whannell, would get ownership stake to his creation. Now, once again, this may be a hot take. I don't think this is. The first original Saw is the best overall. Now, when I say best, I'm talking about overall. Once again, I have to emphasize overall. Talk about the acting. We're talking about the overall story, the feeling that you got when you had that ending, even some of the kills. There's going to be a lot of people that don't agree with that part, especially the kill part, because they're going to be like, oh, well, in the third movie, you'd have this one kill. And yes, the whole point of the sequels for a franchise like this is to go over the top. There's fucking 10 movies. There's 10 movies, all right, for this. After a while, it gets very formulaic, right? It has to be. You get copycat killers, you get all this without giving spoilers. But if they get ownership, you know what's going to happen. Either this is going to turn into a series at HBO Max, or they're going to reboot the franchise. They have to. They have to. They absolutely have to. In the world that we live in of cinema, it's reboots or reimaginings, whatever you want to call it, or series. I would not be mad at a Saw series because you can get more elaboration, breakdown. It would be like Seven, like the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, where it's more crime drama. Sorry, I'm getting hair all over me, guys. Life of a Cat Dad. Okay. So let's see. Blumhouse is in the midst of a takeover with Saw from Twisted Pictures. The banner, okay, I don't care. If the deal makes, it would bring back the franchise, the partial hands of James Wan, filmmaker who direct. Okay, we know this. We know this. Sometimes they just want to include as many words as possible to get viewership on these websites. Okay. The last Saw movie, Saw X, an 11th movie, was in the works but stalled out. I did not see the 10th movie. Let me know if you guys did. Okay, here we go. It is unclear what the plans are for any new stories would entail. More of a movie, a series. See, what did I say? I didn't even read this article. But the deal is the latest in the growing number that known creatives or filmmakers own partially or entirely their creations. Cools and Berg reportedly financed most of the Saw's budget after first seeing Wan and Whannell's short film. Oh, I didn't know that this was based on a short film. I never knew that, actually. Wan, off of the success of Saw, who went on to create and co-create Insidious horror franchise, The Conjuring universe. Yes, by the way, Insidious, well, The Conjuring, I would say, is a little more elaborate. Insidious is kind of the jump scare city. Like, if you're into jump scares, Insidious is where it's at. The Conjuring is more spooky, creepy, drawn out, slow draw, burn, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Rebuilding is saying Five Nights at Freddy is definitely more like Willy's Wonderland, so not scary. Okay, Willy's Wonderland sucked. And a lot of people gave me shit for saying that. I know Nick Cage. Who cares? I don't give a fuck if I don't give a fuck if why am I drawing a blank? If who's that guy that's like the very astute actor, the one from Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't give a shit if Daniel Day-Lewis is in that bitch. If it's a weak film, it's a weak film. All right. Alleged Terrifier, Friday the 13th, and Poltergeist. What does that mean? Oh, you're saying for the Universal Horror Nights? If Terrifier gets their own maze, they've blown up worldwide. Because you have to realize, people that go to Universal Studios are coming from all over the world. And they have to know these properties. And Terrifier had nothing to even do with Universal at all whatsoever. So that's awesome if they could buy the create a whole maze about it. That'd be awesome. And it would have to be gory. They might have to give a warning. If you want to go full on out, like, they might have to issue a warning. Let's see. Terrifier is awesome. Terrifier is great. Out of all the new slashers, because I always talk about, because people always say, oh, what's your favorite new slasher? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All of my favorite slashers are not new. They're all from yesteryear. The newest one might be Scream, might be Ghostface, because that's a continual thing. And that's like right at the end of the 90s, right? Or mid 90s, and still going on today. But that being said, nothing has tickled my fancy more like Art the Clown and Terrifier. So that's got to be my favorite, newer one, I will say. Stranger Things didn't do much. Yeah, Cleon is saying. So if you guys didn't see it last week, Tadum, which is Netflix's like preview type deal, they released a lot of trailers. Frankenstein. Anybody see the Frankenstein trailer? Guillermo del Toro. God dang. Guillermo del Toro, Mia Goth, and let me pull it up actually. It really actually surprised me. So there's a new Frankenstein film coming up. You guys have no clue what I'm talking about. Jacob Elordi is playing Frankenstein. I know it's hard to believe. You're going to be like, what is this? He has to look like a monster. Don't worry, he does. You have to watch the preview. Christoph Mother effing Waltz. Now, this is where the money goes, to hiring some great talent. Mia Goth, I think, is a very, very good dramatic actress. And anytime that she's announced, and we'll talk about something else she's announced in, I fear for her. I fear for her life. Career suicide. There's something that she just attached herself to, and I'm like, you just committed career suicide. Don't do this. But I think she's going to do it. And Oscar Isaac, who I think is fantastic in everything. There are pictures. But there's been so many damn Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro is the guy to do it. But is he going to look like ass? That's what I want to know. So here's a look at Oscar Isaac as Dr. Frankenstein. All right. And let's remember, especially if you're a younger audience, people go, Frankenstein, that's a monster, right? No, Frankenstein is not the monster. That's a doctor, okay? People think Frankenstein is the monster. This is Dr. Frankenstein, okay? I like him a lot. I think he's a very good actor. I feel like sorry guys, sorry. I feel like there was a moment in time, maybe about 5 to 7 years ago, where they were trying to put Oscar Isaac in everything the way that they're putting Pedro Pascal in everything. He was what Pedro Pascal would have been back then. But thank God they didn't oversaturate the market with him. Because I think the oversaturation of Pedro Pascal is the reason why everybody hates him. For the most part. Ladies love him. Ooh, he's so hot. Let's see. Interstellar has an amazing soundtrack. Best space movie thriller is Last Days on Mars, starring Liev Schreiber. Never even heard of that one. Johnny Fox. Gerard Butler was wrongfully convicted, and then he goes to commit the crimes anyways. Oh shit! I have to go. I have to watch it again. I saw it whenever it came out, which was what 20. I don't. Didn't even 2010, 2011. I keep getting ad block warnings on YouTube, and I don't use ad blockers. Oh shit! Really? I might have tried out then. Jamie Foxx was great in the film Ray. Absolutely. Yeah, awesome. Oh, it was in 2009. Okay. Yeah, Ray was like one of the first biopics that I had seen. For that I can remember, that really blew me away. We are getting a Toys R Us. No, we're not. Can you confirm that you're not trolling? If you're not trolling, I will look it up. Don't let history repeat itself. Don't let history repeat. Great name. Hiya, have you seen A24's The Zone of Interest yet? I have not. I've never even heard of that. I don't think so. The Zone of Interest. And I love A24. Interesting. Zone of Interest. Oh, it's from 2 years ago. Okay, war drama. Got a high score. Let's see what this is about. Zone of Interest. I have not. Let's see. Okay, Jonathan Glazer. Okay, this is a foreign film, possibly. Yiddish. German, Polish, Yiddish. Oh man, it made almost 53 million at the box office. I never even heard of this. 1943. Okay, let me read the short synopsis, because these Wikipedia ones can go on for quite a long time. Oh, I have seen this picture. Okay, I've seen this picture up here on top. Is this about internment camp or something? Or not an internment camp, but you know what I'm talking about. The commandant of Auschwitz, Rudolf Haas, and his wife Hedwig strive to build a dream life for their family in a house and garden next to a camp. Interesting. I didn't know about this. But like I said, I saw someone post a picture, that picture in particular, this picture in particular, and I didn't know what it was in reference to. I didn't know what this was about. Well, how is it? How is it? Because I have no clue about it. And thank you for joining the chat, by the way. Care Bears versus Godzilla. That'll be coming soon. Waylon is saying most of the movie critics don't know how to give a good review. Real people, like general public, know how to enjoy a movie. Absolutely. Like your awesome channel, dude. Oh, thank you, my friend. Yes, I definitely trust the audience score. I mean, you know what, critics, you can... Not to be redundant, but critics, you have to have a critical eye or a critical ear if you guys are going to be reading what they're saying to accept their point of view, because they are coming at it from a different angle, cinematography angle. Some of them can be a little snobby, obviously. We don't know if they're biased or not. We don't know who's getting paid off. We don't know who is, who isn't. And, you know, there's different... I think when, especially when I say that too, people... don't believe that shills exist. Shills absolutely exist. People love to be part of the in crowd, right? So they might hold their tongue and not really speak bad about a Disney project or a Marvel project or a A24 project or whatever, right? Because they want to be on the good side of certain studios. And I get that. If this is your brand, if this is your bread and butter, why ruin that by being extremely outspoken? Yes, there's certain people that will break the mold, and they've gotten to a peak and valley in their, you know, a channel or whatever, where they can say whatever they want and people like them for that. And the studios have to accept that, right? But they'll get blacklisted or something like that. It totally exists, okay? I totally believe that it exists. But it is sad that people have to hold their tongue in fear of that. I can't wait to the day until we find out about a live action Gummy Bears movie. I mean, they did Angry Birds. They did all these like inanimate objects and stuff. So I'm sure, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Porfy in the building. Care Boars, more like it. Yeah. What I like. That's what I like to hear. Good old jokes. Let's see. Piracy for me. Well, don't admit that. Luke Wilson in Idiocracy. Yeah. Oh, fantastic in that. Speaking of Luke Wilson, are we getting a season 2 of No Good Deeds? I don't think so. I think it ended just. Wait, how did it end? I forgot how it ended. Linda Cardellini in the hot tub. Wink. I forgot how it ended, but I thought it ended like with a conclusion, with a good conclusion, right? Waylon is asking, not sure if you've seen Kate 2021. Excellent movie, kind of the same style as John Wick. Kate. I might have heard of it. Definitely did not see it. Oh, you know what's funny? This is actually really funny because this is Mary Elizabeth Winstead. So I definitely saw the adverts for this, but I did not see it. Is it good? I think it got poo-pooed on, right? It got like really shit on. Why does she look like Sigourney Weaver Ripley in this? God damn. Should I watch this? I have not seen a movie of Mary Elizabeth Winstead being promoted since this movie. Now that I think about it. It was a Netflix movie, I believe. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Well, 46%. Talking about the audience. 46 to 52. Okay, they were pretty close. They did not enjoy this. Meticulous and come on with the fucking words. Meticulous and naturally skilled. What is this word? I've never heard a single soul use this word. Meticulous and preternaturally. Stop it, bro. No one's ever used this word in their life. Skilled. Kate is so I'm guessing she just preternaturally is what it means, right? She's naturally skilled, kind of like a John Wick. But John Wick had to train too. I mean, what are we doing here? Nobody's trained to just kill. I mean, nobody's born to kill. You have to be trained. Kate is a perfect specimen of a fine-tuned assassin at the height of her game. But when she uncharacteristically blows an assignment targeting a member of the Yakuza in Tokyo. Ooh. I love Tokyo as a backdrop. Also, you can kind of tell too with these neon colors, they're kind of trying to copy John Wick or piggyback off that. She quickly discovers that she has been poisoned. A brutally slow execution that gives... This is kind of like also that one movie with Lucy. That one movie with Scarlett Johansson where she's getting stronger as the movie because she has this drug that released in her, but she's also poisoned by the drug, but she's getting stronger like as the... Not stronger, but like her mind... It opens up, like unlocks like 10%. I love Lucy. A lot of people think it's shit, but whatever. As her body swiftly deteriorates, Kate forms an unlikely bond with a teenage daughter. Well, that doesn't make sense. Her body's deteriorating as the movie progresses. She will get weaker, right? I might watch this. This is the type of shit that I like. I like stupid, cheesy, nonsensical premises like this. I think it's a very unlikely scenario, obviously, but then again, you have to suspend disbelief if you like John Wick. And that's what I said in my ballerina review. I know a lot of people are going to give female type John Wick movies, you know, the complete chop of the axe and just disregard them as, she's 120 pounds. Who the fuck is she going to take down? That's not the point. The point is to submerge yourself for a couple of hours in this surreal world of... I mean, do you think these people really exist with all these like unlimited ammo and like, no, dude. This is the reason why you play video games, right? Why most people play video games is to escape reality. You know? Stop comparing shit to like real life. I don't get why people do this when they watch these movies. But I know there is a subsect of like incels that don't want to see women fight or anything like that. Man, Ballerina should have been Ana de Armas in the kitchen, making me a sandwich and doing my laundry while I, stream online World of Warcraft. give me my Tostitos, Ana de Armas, and don't give me any lip, or else I'm not gonna do anything because I'm weak and pathetic and I'm not an alpha male. I'm a fucking beta. But she doesn't need to know that. The world doesn't need to know that. Shut up, dude. This is a fucking movie, dude. Stop it. And Ballerina was awesome. All right, let's see. Always love Dark Castle Entertainment. Isn't that a Dark Castle? That seems very familiar. Oh no, I'm thinking of Full Moon Productions. I'm sorry. Sebastian, what horror movie would be cool to see a remake of? Horror movie. Well, they're remaking all the Universal Remonsters. They just flopped earlier this year with Wolfman. Hopefully they don't flop with Frankenstein. By the way, that's a Netflix release only. That kind of is very telling. We don't want that. We want a nationwide release for that movie. Especially with Guillermo del Toro attached. Give me a break. What horror would I like to see remade? So someone said this on Twitter, so I'm not going to completely take credit for it. But The Collector. If you guys have seen The Collector, and I believe that was actually directed by, well, maybe produced by James Wan. I think it had something to do with, oh no, might have been Lee Whannell. The Collector from 2009. A lot of people don't know about this movie. Is it directed by Lee Whannell? Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not. Yikes! It got a really low rating too. Okay, I don't know who. I thought someone was attached that was a producer. Okay, well, whatever. This movie is very good. The Collector. If you guys like home invasion movies, Saw-like traps, you guys will like The Collector from 2009. Definitely check it out. I recommend this with my heart and soul. When I was done watching this movie, I wanted to watch it again. Oh, it's from the writer of Saw, the writer of Saw 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's not saying much. Those movies weren't the greatest in the writing department as it was. And it's basically, yeah, about a masked killer who looks pretty creepy. And you just got to watch it. You got to watch it. I would like to see this do. The reason why this is kind of like in the horror element is because there are a lot of Saw-like traps. He likes to. He's a very creepy person. I mean, look at this mask. My God. Very creepy villain. Very nefarious. And oh, that's cool. Strangers. Yeah, like if you like Strangers, and once again, home invasion movies, you will like this one. But the fact that a lot of people didn't see it is the main reason why I want a remake. I would want a remake to happen. And they made a sequel that I didn't watch. I started watching it, but it didn't have the same feel. I didn't like it. It's called The Collection. And people can relate to home invasion or just, fuck the slasher. I mean, I fear my neighbors sometimes, so that's kind of like the whole point of, tying in horror with realism. That creates fear in most people and panic and stuff like that. And that's what I like to see sometimes because it's more creepier than this made up stuff. So I'm gonna say The Collection or Collector. Sorry guys, I'm catching up to the chat. Let's see. Doesn't know what a fun bad movie is confirmed. Would like to see a movie adaptation of BioShock. Not sure about that. Cherokee says, is there going to be a Terrifier 4? Yes, it's absolutely in the works. The only thing I know about it so far, Cherokee, is that now we're finally going to learn about where Art the Clown comes from, which I'm like, thank God. I thought we were going to get that in part 3. But oh my God, someone made a this is funny. This is funny. This is not real, by the way. But I'm going to show you guys. That is so fucking funny. Can I open that in a separate window? No, I can't. Reddit sucks ass. Look at this. Terrifier in space. Obviously, that's not real. But that's funny because that's kind of like where they always go, right? For the fourth movie. I mean, look at Leprechaun in space. The Terrifier 4. I believe the only news that we have is that we're going to learn more lore on Art the Clown, and let's see. That's what Damien Leone said, the director and the special effects guy. Excuse me. All right. Okay. In a video posted on YouTube on May 29th by 3C Films, that's a great channel, by the way, check them out. Leone can be seen taking place in a short interview held at Texas Frightmare 2025. When asked if he can provide any teasers for Terrifier 3, Leone responded, "Oh gosh, I know this word gets used a lot, but it's going to be epic. It's not going to disappoint. You're going to get Art's backstory in the first 15 minutes of the movie." Now, I love that. Because if you guys have watched like series or movies where it starts getting into the 3s and 4s, sometimes they will make the whole movie a prequel, or they'll make a whole, not season, but like a whole episode, a prequel. We're getting 15 minutes, and then the rest of it, modern day Art killing? Hell yeah. That's just enough. So hopefully they can cram in, just enough. And I love that. And he said it's going to be epic. It's not going to just, bro, none of these movies disappointed. Each one kept getting better than the last. Terrifier 3 is fucking crazy. I like Terrifier 2 a lot, though. That's hard between Terrifier 2 and 3. Mainly because our main final girl's in it still. I forget what her name is. But, yeah, the kills are just... I mean, who could escape part 2, that bedroom scene, right? I know everybody goes back to that. That's the craziest horror scene I've ever seen in my life. Ever. That'd be cool to do a ranking of a top list that made me cringe or something, right? Top horror movie scenes that made me cringe. All right, let's see. The Blob. Oh, Waylon is saying the Blob remake would be cool if it got made. Well, if you didn't know, the Blob already had a remake in the 90s? No, maybe late 80s. I'm sorry. That's the one that I saw. 88. 88 was the first one, but the original is from 1958. Oh, does that have who does that have? That has Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen? That is the first time I'm finding out about that. Steve McQueen. Steve Bullet McQueen is in the Blob. This is the first time I'm ever finding this out. No way, dude. No way. I should do a reaction to this. Oh my god. The Blob is like, yeah, this is when practical reigns supreme. And you know what? That's funny. They have a marquee for like some Bela Lugosi, probably Hammer horror picture or something like that. But in the 1988 version, they also did a it was also practical. The Blob would be cool, but the thing is, I feel like they would do a lot of CGI. That's the only thing. You don't need to do that. Look at this. This is an actual man in this blob, like getting blobified. Just keep it like that, and then we'll be good, Hollywood. But is Hollywood going to do that? No. Also, I don't think they would take a chance because I don't think enough people know about this. Like the Blob. I don't know. It would be a hard sell for a modern audience. That's all I'm going to say. True, the 1980 Blob is my favorite, but they said a new one is being made. I didn't need to hear about. I didn't need to hear about that. Well, I didn't need to hear about that, and I have not heard about that. Let me see. The Blob movie remake. Let's see. I want to see some news on that, if it's true. Oh my god, are you serious right now? Well, they're reporting this. Nathan Rambin's Happy Place. I don't know how reputable this website is, but okay. The 1988 remake of The Blob is shocking, scary. Well, oh, that's talking about the 1988 version. Let's see. Wait, what? Okay, guys, I have to use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Then we're gonna talk about this.
lost in the world. My mind has flown, but there's a call I can't ignore. A little voice, a feline roar. Gotta step away from the keys. Oh, no. Nature's calling me. Gotta go, gotta go. Or feed my mochi, my fluffy friend. I'll be right back. It's not the end. It's the end. Mochi's more. It fills the air. He's got a hunger. It's only fair. His eyes, they bleed. His belly's light. Gotta fill his bowl. Make it right. Gotta step away from the keys. Oh no. Nature's calling me. Gotta go, gotta go. Or feed my mochi, my fluffy friend. I'll be right back. It's not the end. Till the end. The spring will wait. It won't run away. My chat, my work, it will still stay. A quick little break, then I'll return with mochi fed and my bladder adjourned. Gotta step away from the keyboard. No. Nature's calling me. Gotta go, gotta go. Or feed my mochi, my fluffy friend. I'll be right back. It's not the end. So don't you fret. I'll be right back with mochi's purr and a snack attack. Back to the keys with a smile I'll send. It's just a break. Isn't it not the end? I'm typing away. I'm in the zone. Lost in the world. My mind has flown. But there's a call I can't ignore. A little voice, a feline roar. Gotta step away from the keys. Oh, no. Nature's calling me. Gotta go, roaches maw. It fills the air. He's got a hunger. It's only fair. His eyes, they bleed. His belly's light. Gotta fill his bowl. Make it right. Gotta step away from the keys. Oh no.
All right, Flix Talkers, we are back. And welcome everybody, new and old, to the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's feeling well. I wanted to check this article out before we get into some more news and questions. How about that? So 10 horror movies that are getting a remake. I don't know how. So this is posted a couple of years ago. Okay. I'm sorry, not last year. I'm living in the future. November 24th, 2024. So let's see. And we're going to see if this is warranted or not. So Arachnophobia, released in 1990. I think I remember hearing about this one. So if you guys are following my movie reactions, which thank you guys so much for doing that. Don't worry, I'm going to be putting out some more soon. This one was the one that scared me the most. Because I, have a huge fear of, it's big spiders. Tiny spiders, whatever. The big spiders, right? So I did watch it. I could barely get through the damn movie. But I watched it. It was back in 1990. Not that far, at least for me, to remake. But okay. For a modern audience, yes. The reason why this will work is because phobias are still a thing, right? It's still a huge part of people's lives that's never going to get outdated. So that could be fine. Let's see. The Blob. Okay, that's probably what you guys are talking about. So let's see. I want to see what they say about it, though. Is there any information? Okay, a remake of The Blob's directed by Chuck Russell was released 30 years after the original film. The remake did not reach the same level of success as the original. Since 2009, The Blob's new remake has faced a turbulent journey as directors and producers were changed. As of 2024, David Bruckner will be directing the second Blob remake. Okay, let's see who this is, because I don't know who this is. Okay, me likey. Actually, The Night House I have not seen. Okay, let's go to what he was directed for. I always like to filter it out by director. Okay, so he did VHS 85. I saw it. It was whatever. The thing with the later VHS films is like you like a couple of segments out of. It's an anthology film, if you guys don't know, for horror, and you usually like. At least the later ones. For myself, I like it's like a mixed bag. He directed Hellraiser, the remake, in 2022. I liked how dark it was. Obviously not as dark as the Clive Barker, the originals, but it was okay. It was. I mean, you can see right here it says 5.9 out of 10, which is about accurate. Now, The Night House, I did not see. I did not like the trailer for some reason. That's probably why I didn't watch it. I heard a lot of people like this movie, though. Let's see. He did The Ritual. Why does that sound familiar? Let me know if you guys have seen The Ritual back in 2017. Also, Southbound, another anthology movie, which I did catch. There was a time where I was catching every single horror movie that came out every year, every week. Southbound, this one I did not like. Which one did he do? The Accident. Let me see. Southbound, The Accident. So he directed just one. Is that what it's called? Southbound? Yeah. The Accident. Let me see if this is one. Oops. God dang it. 2015? Can't type today. I just want to see pictures of the segment, dude. Come on. Is this the one with that creature? Okay, yes, it is. Okay, this one was fucking scary. I'll just show you this, because a lot of you guys have probably seen this scene, if you're horror fans. Yeah, this one was scary. Okay, cool. I give it up to him. then. Okay. So he's going to be doing The Blob. Yeah, why not? You could do it. Once again, keep it practical. Okay, now The People Under the Stairs. This is Jordan Peele's going to be doing this. I think it's definitely a good fit. This was probably the first time I had seen, besides Candyman, which this came out before Candyman, or actually 91. When did Candyman come out? Either way, this is I was gonna say this is the first time, me personally, I'm not saying that in history. All right. I had seen Candyman was 92. That I had seen some black leads in a horror movie. Personally, I'm not saying that they don't exist before that. I'm saying when I was a child, when I was like 6 or 7 years old, that's when my dad was renting a lot of horror movies and I was watching them in the background. Candyman, People Under the Stairs were the first time I'd ever seen black leads in horror movies. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And that was a big deal for cinema back then. Now, if you guys don't know, People Under the Stairs is Wes Craven. And Jordan Peele's going to be... He needs to get back in the director's seat. He needs to stop with this producing shit. Let it go, dude. Just get to your movies, man. That's what I'm... I feel like he's getting sidetracked, but could we use the People Under the Stairs remake in 2025 and beyond? Or going forward? Sure. It's a creepy story. I mean, it is a creepy story that once again is relatable because it's neighbors that look friendly that aren't what they seem. That's that whole element, right? This I heard a while back, and I was like, how the fuck are they even going to make a movie of this? You guys don't know Faces of Death is supposed to be pawned off as real death events caught on camera. They're not. A lot of them are recreations. You'll get things like, suicides and captured on camera, which some of those were real. But a lot of like police chases that turned to crashes and fake recreations once again. How you make this into a movie, I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm thinking about it now. I have no clue. If they try to make it like a Final Destination thing, it's gonna be stupid. But the Wolfman. Okay. Oh, this is a couple years. Last year. So that already happened. We got that, and it flopped. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Once again, these are all Universal remasters. I think this one's gonna flop as well. I mean, Swamp Thing flopped. That was a DC project, right? It didn't do well. Bride of Frankenstein. I mean, they're gonna have to put out the Frankenstein first, and then maybe Mia Goth is the Bride of Frankenstein. I don't know. Frankenstein. Yep, right there. Train to Busan. Brother. Movie came out in 2016. Stop it. Why? There's no need to. There's absolutely no need to even remake this. This movie's excellent. If you have no clue, it's 1000% one of my favorite horror movies of all time. If you have not seen it, please watch it. It's in Korean, so you got to read, but just do it. It's worth it. Nosferatu, but this already came out. Okay, they're including things that already came out. Okay, I mean most of those are warranted, but a lot aren't. So, all right. Let's get into some questions, and then we'll get into some popcorn buckets, okay? Because I'm getting sidetracked like a mug, and we're already more than halfway through the stream, guys. All right, let's see. Kate is a fun movie. I would give it a 7 out of 10 for being fun, slightly over the top, but it does some excellent scenes and some great fight and gun scenes. Okay, that's great. That's what I want to see. Apparently, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas will star in a horror movie that may be shot in space for real. Haven't heard about that. No Good Deed was wasn't a limited series, so no, there's more to tell, or at least there should be. How? It was in a specific house. They would have to focus on a whole different cast. Ana de Armas is hot and looks badass. That's all we need. Let's see. I can't even pronounce that. Love this stream. All right, thank you, Cleon. NV Ghost Rider in the building. What's up, my friend? Welcome.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Dark Castle made movies like Haunted House on Haunted Hill in 1999. Oof. Ugh. That was like the era of remakes, right? 13 Ghosts, Ghost Ship. I mean, come on, guys. They were fun movies, but they were shit. I'm waiting to see Collector 3. Have the other 2 movies, The Collector and The Collection, are great movies. I'll watch The Collection one day. Collectortion. Ted Bundy had neighbors. Let's see. A movie I really enjoyed because of the suspense was The Others. Oh yeah, I'd seen that one. I actually did a reaction for it with Nicole Kidman. That one was pretty good. Pennywise in Space. Yes, Terrifier is great. The Burbs with Tim Hanks, Tom Hanks, is a great neighbor movie. It is. That's actually a very fun movie. The Burbs is getting a show or a series of some sort, not trolling. That one could work. I mean, a lot of people like those kind of series, but you guys love that Mochi song, don't you? What's up, Amanda? Welcome to the chat. I saw you in here. Let's see. Should I upload that that Mochi song to Spotify or what? Or to YouTube? Maybe we should upload it to YouTube, huh? That's funny. All right. We're caught up to the chat. The Ritual is so bad I could only watch that once. Oh, man. Yes, rest in peace, Tony Todd. All right. Let's get into some popcorn buckets. How about that? Okay. So we got one here for Superman. I don't know how I love this. This is a Canada. God damn it. I always say this. Because I'm going to say the word Canadian and then I say Canada. A Canadian release only. Now, I don't know if I like this. Maybe some of you super fans might. So it looks like a I don't even know what you call this. A newsstand, right? Or where you get the your newspapers from. But then it opens up into a popcorn bucket. What do you guys think about this one? This one's Canada only. I don't know how I like it. But then if you come over here to America, oh no, this is also in the UK. I'm sorry. So now this is the weird part. You have a popcorn bucket, a popcorn machine bucket, where it's literally a replica of a popcorn machine. Now check this out. What you get here on the side? Okay, you have Superman with his laser beams frying the popcorn, cooking the popcorn up. Isn't this a little bit too elaborate to be a popcorn bucket to hold and eat popcorn out of while you're in the theater? I don't see the practicality of this. Also, you have a gripper cup. Okay, that's a cool looking cup. I don't know what those pounds transfer to. You have a popcorn bucket, which looks very tiny, by the way. This is a very tiny popcorn bucket. And then you have a lights up cup, so this cup will light up. All right. So those are our first looks at the Superman bucket, which you guys let me know if they're horrible or not. Now, Fantastic Four buckets. All right. So we have a Herbie concession vessel. Includes large popcorn, large drink, and candy. Is this a popcorn bucket? What is this? I don't know. Where is the popcorn going? Where is the popcorn going? I don't know if this is just a toy. Mochi, come on. Mochi scratching our blinds again. Oh boy. The Herbie concession vessel. I don't get what this even is. Herbie holds it all for you. Apparently it can hold it all. And then this is the one that a lot of people are going gaga over. A giant Galactus popcorn vessel. Now, in the chat, what do you guys think this cost? What do you think that this cost? I know what it cost. You guys let me know what you think it cost. It's pretty large. I'll just say that. It's probably the size of an actual bust. The head is probably the size of my real head. So just think about that. Herbie Fully Loaded, yeah. So in the chat, how much do you guys think it costs American dollars? Because I'll just say that I was very surprised to see, you know, even though it is very detailed and stuff like that, and it's very, very large, the price for something like this. But a lot of people seem to be on board with wanting to get it, wanting to pick it up, wanting to grab it and add it to their collection. Galactus, I hear from early reviewers, is that he's amazing in the movie. He's a very, you know, the standout. All right, so Waylon is saying, Waylon's from the UK, by the way, $45. Good guess. Cleon saying $50. Rebranding is saying, rebuilding, I'm sorry, is saying 55 USD. Cherokee is saying $30. $80. $80 for Galactus vessel. Would you get it just to add to your collection? Because this is absurd. I understand, once again, the detailing of it. Let me actually blow it up a little more. $80 they are selling this for, guys. That's too pricey. That's what I'm saying. This popcorn bucket culture is getting out of control. And they know it is. And they're taking advantage of it. And I don't like that. But yeah. Getting out of control, guys. All right, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, definitely would not pay for that. I'm going to guess $80 now. Yeah, it's super crazy. I think them to take advantage of the fans like that, you know? Not right. All right, how about some Tom Cruise craziness? Okay, so most of you guys by now have seen you know, the Mission Impossible movie. If you guys haven't, this is one of the death-defying scenes in the film. I will say it just takes place at the end of the film, which is great. So where he's doing a stunt alongside of a plane or on the side of a plane. Forgot what the plane is called too, but it's one of the more older looking planes. So he jumps off the plane and his parachute catches on fire. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was CGI, the fire I'm talking about. No, this is 100% Tom Cruise. And why did I expect any less? So check this out, guys. This absolutely shows you that there will never be another person like this, man or woman, that is dedicated to the craft like Tom Cruise is. And I'm calling that. I don't care what anybody else says. There is not going to be anybody that puts their life in danger for the cause, for absolute cinema, for the art, like Tom effing Cruise.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to be deploying. If this is twisted while it's burning, I'm going to be spinning and burn. I have to kick out of the twist and then ignite it within 10 seconds. Start.
I don't know what he's talking about to kick out of the twist, but he seems very, very into it technically.
The parachute.
We're going to submerge the parachute into the avgas, soak up the fuel, so when the parachute opens and ignites it, it'll hold fuel and explode.
For this shot, what are we looking for?
It's quite literally establish the objects in your hand and burn the parachute. The more up we're looking, the more the burn we'll get.
Yep. We're going to be real smart. I'm not saying be risky, and we don't take risks, you know, obviously.
So what did...
I mean, dude, Tom Cruise is so great that he would die for a stunt on camera as long as it's immortalized in cinema. As long as they got the shot, he would do it.
You're going to have to set for this and look up and ignite it.
Okay, let's go.
And this is not a spoiler by any means, so don't worry about it.
3, 2, 1,
God, this theme music pumps me up. Does that not pump you up? Does that not pump you up to watch the damn movie? Every time I hear that music too, you know, in the later films, I'm always like, Benji, open the hatch. Benji. He's always screaming to Benji, Benji, open the door. Open. Benji, I'm going to die. You guys don't know Benji, Simon Pegg's character. He is the technical nerd on the computer that's always opening these doors for him as he's running through time and space. But we love Tom Cruise for that. Once again, he's fantastic. He's awesome. Or I love him. I don't give a damn if he's a Scientologist. Who gives a shit? What does that have to do with his performance in the movies? Nothing. Top 5, yeah, top 5. All right, guys. I have a good little palate cleanser. Now, I don't know if most of you guys know about Aries Spears. He is a comedian from Mad TV. I don't think he's done movies, but I know he's done a lot of stand-up now. But I love watching these heckler videos, and we've seen a couple of, you know, comedy videos here on the channel, stand-up comedy and whatnot. And when it comes to hecklers, you got to have thick skin. You got to know how to reply back to the hecklers, because the whole point of a heckler, whether they want to admit it or not, is they're taking shine away from the comedian on stage, which has a spotlight on them, and making it about them. So check out how he handles it. This is a new clip that's going viral. I think it's extremely funny.
I can tell you, no. I can tell you drunk, and I'm not about to do this with your big fat ass. Shut the fuck up. What?
You smoke a dart in here or what?
You smoke a dart in here? Where the fuck are you from? Africa? Smokes darts. I'm not going back and forth with your big fat ass. Put your hand.
The fact that Aries Spears, who has a belly himself, calls another fat guy fat is hilarious. That is hilarious to me.
Put your hand down. I know it's heavy. Sit down, nigga.
You smoke a dart?
Yeah, go smoke and don't go.
By the way, smoking a dart, is that an East Coast thing? I've heard that used. Nobody out here says that. We say smoke a cig or smoke a cigarette. I've heard that used. Smoking a dart. It's not very common for me to hear, though. I think it's an East Coast thing. I could be wrong about that. You guys let me know.
Come the back. No, you ain't gonna smoke a dart with me. I'm in the middle of performing. Can't you see what the fuck I'm doing? It's like I'm in some.
Oh, this guy is totally drunk. Look at his eyes. He is totally drunk. It happens, bro. I mean, you know, you have a 2-drink minimum. Some guys end up going over the deep end and getting 20 drinks. And they enjoy the show a little too much by the time the headliner comes on.
It's like I'm in some pussy. He kicked me out. Want to go eat?
Look, he's still laughing at the. Sit down, bro, and shut up now.
I'm fucking. Damn. Sweetheart, is that your man? Put your titty in his mouth. Keep him busy. You go smart the dart. I'll go fuck your bitch while you doing that.
Ooh, that's a little bit crazy right there.
And look at the security. He as big as this. They might both go to Popeyes and not come back. Oh, that big balloon finally leaving.
That's the thing with the comedian, man. If you interrupt a comedian and you keep going, or you start moving around, exiting, they're going to keep pointing you out. They're going to keep the gag going. And I love that. It shows how quick a comedian can be on their toes. And I don't necessarily like Aries Spears. There's a couple of bits where he's a little bit, you know, a couple things that he's said that are kind of like, I don't agree with, really. But if this is his stand-up, this is funny.
Man, go on, float your ass up out of here. Hey, man, your girl left, man. Go on, fly your ass up out of here. What's up, baby? What's up, man?
Take the hat off.
Take the hat off? What kind of gay shit is that? What the fuck you want to take the hat off?
Show off your hairline.
What? My hairline? Let me see your bank account. Bet. All right. So how much money you got, nigga?
I got $10 in a lifesaver.
You got what? $10 in a lifesaver? That lifesaver is bigger than your dick.
Oh, they got to get him out of there.
Get my pressure between a Clementine and a golf ball.
You can't even say that with a lot of hoof. I ain't never seen Daffy Duck be that fat. I said Clementine. He was hungry as hell. I want to know what the he gonna do. He came through with the mullet. What's going on? Get the fuck out of here. Bye, parade float.
How embarrassing too. Imagine his wife or girlfriend or whoever had to leave from the main headliner because he got belligerent drunk and started yelling stuff.
Clementine. Fat mother. I know I'm big, but god damn. Oh. I mean, this girl gonna be driving home. Where you wanna go? I will get so big. Where you wanna go? Clementine. I got $10 in a lifesaver. Was that a flex? $10 in a lifesaver?
Very funny. But that's how you have to handle the hecklers sometimes, you know? All right, let's see. Favorite Tom Cruise film is Days of Thunder. That's another one I haven't seen. I hear some good things about it. Some people say it's just Top Gun on NASCAR, basically. Or not NASCAR, but like I don't know if it's Formula One or I don't know what. Stand-up comedians never refuse to make me not laugh. I would go to one of these, just sit there, not laugh, and say nothing. Oh, not laugh? Cherokee says, I remember watching Mission Impossible, the OG series from the 60s. I have not seen that yet. I watched a video where comedian Matt Rife was roasting an audience because he fell asleep at one of his shows. I believe that. That I believe. All right, guys, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, let's see what other stories we can unpack here. I have a lot of my bookmarks, but not a lot of them pertain really to movies, so let's see what's movie related. Keep asking those questions, guys. I'll be here for about another 30 minutes. Taking your questions. Taking your requests, by the way, too. Let's see. I have seen Rain Man. Rain Man was good. Rain Man is good. Let's see. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, we have a good story here. I knew we had some good stories here. I just have to scroll down. Okay. So this is very interesting. This is from a day ago, actually. All right, so there's a bidding war going on, guys, for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre rights. Now, if you guys are horror fans, you guys will absolutely love this news. Hopefully. Creatives and companies involved: Jordan Peele for Monkey Paw, Taylor Sheridan at Paramount, Oz Perkins for Neon, Glenn Powell for A24. Now, I don't understand what Glenn Powell is an actor, so I don't know why he's thrown in here with these production companies and directors, but okay. And Netflix. So if you guys didn't know, that the last one that came out a couple years back was through Netflix, and I didn't like it. There were some aspects I did like about it, but for the overall, I didn't like it. It had Sally Hawkins, which is her name Sally Hawkins, right? Or I could be wrong about that, actually. I'd be very wrong about that. What was her name from the original Texas Chainsaw 1974 film? It was Sally Hardesty. I'm sorry. Sally Hawkins is a whole different actress. I just saw in another movie. But it was Sally, played by Marilyn Burns. She does reprise her role in the one that they tried to make canon from a couple years ago. So the bidding war. Do I want to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies continue? Yes, I absolutely love them. Now at this point, you cannot make anything canon from the original because he'd be too old. He was too old a couple years ago. So I think you just reboot it and just keep it rebooting. And if we're going to give it to some of these companies involved or these directors involved, I think we're going to have to go with something like, let me see, Taylor. So I like these names attached so far. I think what we're going to have to do, you take care, Cherokee. I see you're heading out. Taylor Sheridan. Let's see. Ooh, what? Yellowstone. No. No. Okay, as soon as I see a cowboy hat, I'm out. I'm out. This doesn't seem like your lane, buddy. You know, Oz Perkins also did Longlegs, did The Monkey. So The Monkey is definitely a gruesome one, but more of a satirical, I think. Hansel and Gretel I have not seen. The Black Coat's Daughter I have not seen. I hear good things about those two films, though. That might be a good fit. Glenn Powell for A24 is really weird. I mean, Glenn Powell starring in it, I'm guessing. Jordan Peele. Now, this is the route that I didn't want Jordan Peele to go if he were in a bidding war for it. I don't want him to remake anything. That being said, I do want to see a remake of The People Under the Stairs, and he is attached to that. Now, could he throw an accurate dark twist on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974? I would hope that he would want to stay true to its original roots and not change much, because you don't need to. But then again, if you're not going to go the remake route, then we have to go the automatic sequel route. And I'm talking about keep it in the 70s. Keep it in the 70s. Now, if you guys remember the Dennis Hopper one from the 80s, which was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, they kept that going, but it became wacky. It became very, very wacky. If we can piggyback off of the events that already happened in 1974 and keep it in the 70s, that's what I would want to see. I would want to see that. Because then you can still have a young Leatherface, a crazy family, you know, the cousins, the uncle, everybody involved, and they're still in their prime. You have to keep it dark, though, and grim and just very unsettling, all that stuff that goes along with a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, in my opinion. Because this is one of my favorite horrors of all time. It's very... a lot of people say, too, when they rewatch this, it's very minimal with the gore. No, it's not. There's a lot of disturbing and horrific scenes of, like, animal bones, like real animal bones laying around. That whole table scene is very disturbing. He literally, like, chainsaws a guy in a wheelchair. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie that is very grotesque and in your face. It's not like Halloween. People like to compare it to Halloween, where you don't see much, but you feel the impact. In Halloween, you don't see anything. So don't give me that. In Halloween, you see the silhouette of a man getting stabbed with a knife hanging on a wall. You don't see the impact of that knife. You don't see any of that. In this, you see the chainsaw dropping on his leg. I'm giving complete spoilers, by the way. The chainsaw dropping on his leg, cutting his leg. Like, you see all of that. I believe Tom Savini is part of the... Don't quote me on that, but I believe Tom Savini is part of the crew that worked on Texas Chainsaw, the original. It's a very horrific film. It's very scary. Very, very scary and disturbing. We need a modern-day director that's going to capture that. I think Jordan Peele could put it off. Pull it off. I think Oz Perkins can pull it off as well. But I don't want to see Oz Perkins because it would be too wacky. Now that it's digested a little more and set in, Longlegs wasn't as great as I gave it praise for, but he could still pull it off in that dark, dramatic role, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see who holds the rights at this point. Speaking of Taylor Sheridan, we're getting a spin-off of Tulsa King called Nolia Kings, and will star Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, I don't really care for those shows. I have a neighbor that that's really into Yellowstone, and there's also another one with Billy Bob Thornton called... There's a new show with Billy Bob Thornton. Everybody's going crazy. Landman, that she wants me to check out, and I'm like, I'm not into that shit. Like, I'm not really not into. It's very, to me, it seems mundane and boring subject material, but who knows? I feel like it's for an older audience, older than me. Piglet in the building. Piglet. You should check out The Edge. Is that the film with Edge, The Edge. It is, yeah, I forgot his name for a second, but it's Sean Connery, right? Sean Connery. Oh no, Anthony Hopkins. That's the second Sean Connery. Anthony Hopkins. He looks like Sean Connery to me from certain angles. I've heard of this one. And Alec Baldwin. I don't know what this is about, but I've always seen this like in thrift stores. Let's see what this is about. The plane carrying wealthy Charles Morse, played by Anthony Hopkins, crashes down in the Alaska. Okay, because this is kind of like The Gray. The Gray with Liam Neeson. Yeah, Liam Neeson. Together are with two other passengers, photographer Robert Greene, played by Alec Baldwin, and assistant Stephen, played by Harold something. Charles devises a plan to help them reach civilization. However, his biggest obstacle might not be the elements or even the Kodiak bear stalking them. It could be Robert, whom Charles has reason to believe is having an affair with his wife. As soon as I said that, Laura was like, ooh, I want to see that. With his wife, and would not mind seeing him dead. Okay, The Edge might be on our watch list. I got okay scores. Interesting. Okay, well, is it streaming on anything? Let me see. It's on Prime. Okay, I can find it. Very good. All right, here's some news that is going to really upset people. It's about AMC. Let me know if you guys are AMC A-list or any, you guys go to AMC. I go to AMC. I have a subscription there, and I think it's the best. You can watch 4 movies a week, pre-order and all that stuff, and it waives a lot of fees, and it gives you discounts and yada, yada, yada. But this is some terrible news that I was already upset that they play commercials, so many damn commercials. Now, it was announced that AMC will be running even more commercials before films. Guys, there's about 5 trailers, 5 times 2, you have about 15 minutes of trailers. And then we have a damn Coke advert. And then we have you are now listening in Dolby Digital, the clearest clarity and Dolby Atmos. And right, we get all that. No shit. That's why I paid $1,000 for a ticket, most moviegoers, okay, is to experience all that. We know. You don't have to give us an advertisement on that. Then you have, what's her name, baby? That's in everything? Nicole Kidman? Nicole Kidman talking about how we make movies better here at AMC. I don't care in your shiny suit that you're walking around in. All right? Now we're going to get more commercials? At this point, everybody, I guarantee it, is going to be showing up 30 to 40 minutes late for the movie now. Your movie starts at 2 p.m. Guess what? You're showing up at 2:40 now to get your spot. You're going to see a bunch of people rushing in when the movie finally starts. This is ridiculous. We go to the theaters to escape all of that. I don't mind the previews anymore because I stopped watching them at home, to be completely honest. But that's the shitty part too, is that the commercials usually run after the trailers. So you can't escape them. If you want to be there for the trailers, you sit down. Now you have to endure the commercials. Put the commercials before the trailers so I can skip those. So this is terrible news, I think. But I know, to me, that means that they're just losing out on a bunch of revenue just based on people not going to the theaters or what. And then also it was announced that IMAX with Laser is adding 80 new screens throughout the US. Okay, that's something. Now, if you guys have never been to a movie theater with laser, it is the next progression from standard. A lot of you guys that are in small towns probably have to deal with standard theaters, right? Now, with laser, that is a significant upgrade, I think, where the theater's projection looks a lot better. It doesn't look dull. It doesn't, even if you have less seating, you will get a great experience. So for some reason, a movie comes out and it's a smaller budget and I get put in a laser, theater, I know I'm still going to have a good time. Not every movie that comes out weekly gets the Dolby Atmos, IMAX experience. They save those for the ballerinas, for the Tom Cruise, for the Lilo and Stitch, all that you get to see usually in the big IMAX theater. And I don't know if people know this. When they drive past a movie theater and they see IMAX, that's one theater. One theater is IMAX. If you're lucky, there's multiple IMAX in there. IMAX is a huge scope. There's no way every single theater inside there could be IMAX. It'd be physically impossible, right? We're talking about hundreds of seats in there. So the next best thing is laser, I believe. I mean, there's different tiers and stuff like that, but laser is where it's at. You're definitely going to get a great viewing experience, and I'm not sponsored by AMC or Dolby or anything like that. But laser is where it's at. And Sony, I think, is a huge part of this as well with the Dolby Atmos. So that's great. 80. I mean, I think there's only like 800. How many IMAX theaters are in America? I think it's not IMAX. I'm sorry, AMC theaters. I want to say it's not that much. I think it's like 800. See, how many theaters or how many AMC theaters are there in the US? All right, we're talking about US. 660. That's not good. With 8,200 screens in the United States. This makes it the largest exhibition company in the US. They also have a large presence in Europe with over 2,200 screens and 244 theaters in Europe. So once again, it's not the number one, but it's second. I think second up or third, because you have to realize there's also like Cinemark and Regal and all these other, But that's something to look forward to, guys. But also take that with a grain of salt, because guess what? Now you're going to be enduring 40 minutes of commercials or things before the movie. I'll just say that. No, don't buy stock in IMAX. No. Oh, well, actually, IMAX, I don't know. But I know AMC stock has been at an astronomical low. I don't follow stocks, but I've heard people talk about, let's see, AMC theater stock. I think it's extremely low. And like I said, I don't follow finances or anything like that, but oh, it's in the green. But look at this. I don't even know how to read this. So you guys let me know what all this means. But let's see. Let's see for 1 year. Yeah, for year to date, they're dropping, man. I don't know how to read on any of this, guys, but let me know if you guys know how to. Look at this. In 2021, a 94% drop. God damn. Negative 94. That's all pandemic shit right here. That's extremely insane. Okay. Yeah, I don't think AMC Entertainment Holdings is doing very well. All right, let's take some more questions, guys, and then I'll be out of here shortly. Let me know if you guys have heard any stories or anything you want to talk about. Joe's Crayons, what's up, my friend? Hey, Flix, did you know that that sound effect, You Got Mail, from Windows was actually voiced by a real guy? His name is Elwood Edwards. I did not know that. You've got mail. Well, I was assuming, because I don't know if they had AI back then to make voice, right? I could be wrong. Yes, there is a new Naked Gun movie in the works. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It looks funny. Rebuilding is saying, I don't hate Alec Baldwin, by the way. It was a tragic accident. That wasn't his fault. You have to understand the story, or if you understand the story, and if you don't, yeah, I don't know where I'm at with accepting that or not. You know, the trial got dismissed, right? There was no justice. The trial got dismissed. I mean, if you want to say that there was justice in the fact that the armorer had to go to jail for like 18 months, okay, but there's a lot of factors, dude. There's a lot of factors, and I don't want to say that he was completely in the clear. This was his movie. This is a movie he produced. He wasn't just acting on it. So he was responsible for a lot more than just acting. Also, the whole thing with firing the union workers. There's a lot of factors, dude. Let's not just pretend that this was a normal, cut and dry case of accidental discharge. I think there was a lot more, and I'm not going to get into it because that's for a whole podcast. But Piglet is saying, also, if you want to try crazy brain twisters, watch Basic with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. It's the type of movie that you have to watch a couple times. I've heard of that movie, but I didn't know anything about it. Dances with Wolves would be 6 hours long on the American-made commercials TV channel. Oh, wow. NV Ghost Rider is saying, I'd pay for no trailers or commercials. Yeah, imagine paying an extra fee for no commercials. Can I enter the theater that has no commercials, please? Sir, yes. Extra $5 upcharge. Waylon is saying in the UK, we have Showcase Cinemas and View. Miss Crockett, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. We have Showcase Cinemas and VUE are the most widely used. Okay. Rebuilding is saying, what do you think about getting a Clueless sequel series? A series, huh? I love it. I think I actually remember hearing that. Isn't Alicia Silverstone going to be like the mom or something in it? I love it, and we're getting a prequel to Legally Blonde. A prequel? Believe it or not, I actually liked Legally Blonde, and that's one of Laura's favorite movies, and she introduced me to that, and I saw it, and I liked it. Which, of course, means Reese Witherspoon is not returning in that one. I mean, it makes sense, yeah. You can't de-age it, I don't think, that much. That movie came out, like, not 20 years ago, but about 15 years ago, possibly. Q Reviews, what's good, bro? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh, we can promote the project that you have right now, by the way, since you're in the building. But Clueless series, I'm trying to think how that would work, because the Valley was very synonymous in the 90s. The Valley girl image was very synonymous in the 90s. Now, not so much. I feel like people don't embrace the stereotype of coming from there, talking from there, or like, I don't know. It's a maybe for me. Morning's going well, my friend. Let's see. She put bullets in the gun. Yeah, I know about that. Okay, it looks like a Naked Gun movie has some good taken. Let's see. Clear saying, according to Quentin Tarantino, the actor is 10. Okay. Wait, what do you mean? Really? Clear saying, according to Quentin Tarantino, the actor is 10% responsible for the gun in the movie. That's very low. And where does he get this from? Oh. Okay. Waylon is saying cannot wait to see his reaction. What did he say that on? What pod? Did he say that on his own podcast or someone else's? Let's see. Okay, what was I gonna look up? Oh, the DVD man. All right, so we have an announcement, guys. So I'm part of a project that Q asked me to be a part of, and thank you so much for asking me to be a part of that, my friend. Q and I have done very we've done numerous amounts of videos together, podcasts together, talking about certain things. But now he's embarking on his own project called The DVD Man. God damn it, dude. Hold on. Sorry, Q. I have a...
Hey, everybody.
Q. Oh, let me ask Q this, since Q's in the building. Do you use an ad blocker on your browser? And have you noticed that YouTube is now blocking the ad blockers? Because it just gave me that error right now. And I was telling the chat earlier, too, is that they will not allow me to use ad blockers now on YouTube. I think YouTube is really cracking down on it. But either way, we have an important announcement by Mr. Barack Obama. All right? So we're going to see what he has to say. Because there is a new project from Q Reviews coming. And Blacktastic, I believe, as well. About a new project. So take it away.
Hey, everybody. Quick question.
And how did you get Barack Obama, by the way, man? That's a huge flex.
What happened to the DVD man? You know, the guy with the backpack full of movies, kind of like a black Santa Claus. He brought people together, kept us laughing, and then one day he was just gone. Did streaming kill the DVD man? Filmmakers Blacktastic Media and Q Reviews hit the road, filming all across the country to find out. Their new doc asks the question.
I glossed past this. I want to see what kind of... See, I've Driving Miss Daisy bootleg, 16 Candles. What is that? Sleepless in Seattle, Rise of Skywalker. What's this first one? Sign. Oh, Singing in the Rain. I think it's Miss Congeniality.
And honors a legend. What happened to the DVD man? Watch it, remember it, and pass it on. Thank you.
All right. Coming very, very soon. Yes. Hey, you got to let me in on that connection, my friend. All right, so it's coming out on Juneteenth, which is June 19th. What happened to the DVD man, guys? You have to check this one out. Let's support the homies. Very sick beat. Singing in the Rain. That's the hood version. Singing in the Rain. Yes, absolutely. Check him out, guys. Q Reviews on YouTube now. Check out Blacktastic on YouTube now. There it is. Once again, I got to turn my ad blocker off on, I guess now on this dang site. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. Okay, Q. While you're here, my friend, let's end it off with this story because I would like to hear you're a music guy along with myself. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this. It's not movie related. It is music related. And I might have a hot take opinion to others. So let's talk about this. So legendary producer Timbaland, who was around, in my early years of listening to hip hop, And still, now, today, Timberland is introducing an AI artist, Tata, with a debut single dropping soon. Now, Tata is created in part of his new AI music company, Stage Zero. Ultimately, what Tim's here to do is to pioneer a new genre of music, A-pop, artificial pop. Now, if you guys still have no clue what's going on, this girl is created 100% through AI. This is not a person. This is not a real person. Now, I'm guessing he's going to link up with AI video to create music videos for her. And it's so crazy to say her because this is not even a, it's not a, it's a bot. It's computer jargon. But to create her music, to create everything around her. The Rolling Stone article that went viral because a lot of people were like, you know what? AI is not the future. Guys, see what I'm talking about, guys? Another one. I can't even click the article. But AI is not the future and we can't accept it. Guys, AI is the future. I'm sorry. And I don't, you know, I would love to be as hardened and stone-faced as you guys to not accept things like this. But it is. It absolutely is the future. And unfortunately, we have to get on board with it. You know? So Timberland's new artist is young, photogenic, and not human. Please give this a read because this is what's to come. And there's AI music out there today that you don't even know is AI. And you're jamming to it. This is a good singer. Guess what? It's not a real person. And you just fell into the trap of liking something that you didn't think you would like. Well, I guess I can't read the article because it's behind a paywall. Lovely. So Timberland is on board, and he's an older guy now at this point, and he's someone that has embraced, you know, what's happening, it looks like. And I like that. Because he's accepted it. Now, if you guys go to... We can actually play some AI music. We can play some AI music. And I want you guys to tell me... Q, what are your reviews? What are your reviews? What's your review on this article? AI music. So let me pull some AI music. And this is a famous one that we played a while back. This is, but I'll play it again because this is a very, very popular one. Check this out, y'all. And a lot of you are like, where can I get this song? This is an AI song, guys. Just type in AI. It says, asking AI to make a hit country song called Sloppy Top at the Movies.
Oh, I'm nutting on your face and there's a pinky in my ass. There's nothing like a first date at the movies in the back. It may be dark, but honey, you keep lighting up my meat. And popcorn ain't the only kind of special movie treat. Lord, she's sucking down my soul with a pinky in my hole. Sneaky pinky in my ass, oh, I guess I'll let it pass. All I know is I want more, so we're moving to the floor. If there's moaning in the back, just ignore it and relax. Oh, she started in the previews, got down on her knees to give me that good loving, humming, sucking, dirty, rubbing, getting southern sloppy top at the movies can't be top.
All right, you guys get the idea. But don't tell me that does not sound like a real artist that you would hear nowadays. It absolutely does. And if you guys are saying no, I could tell it's fake, you are in denial. You're in absolute denial. All right? Here's another example.
I feel like stopping a nigga today. Whoa, oh, oh. I feel like stopping a nigga today. Whoa, oh, oh. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive? Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean five. Should've took the day off, might slap my boss. My own damn kids pissing me off. As if I hadn't had enough. Chipotle, fuck my goddamn order up. I'm fed up.
You guys get it. And the beat is probably completely AI as well. That's another thing, is not only the voices, is that you can completely replicate a composition with AI. They're starting to use it for movies. And not only creating, but you can take an existing song and throw a little twist on it. For example, we have Started from the Bottom. It's a Drake cover, but it's 1970s soul. So check this out.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
What?
Ooh. Started from the bottom, now my whole team friggin' here.
It's amazing.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team flipping here. God. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom.
Rebuilding, you know this goes hard.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
You guys get the point. The point is, and there's so many. You guys just type in AI music and there is so many. But the point is that it does sound real. As time progresses, they're perfecting it. They're working on it as much as they can. Hugh says you can make that with, there's Udio, there's Suno, there's all these kind of AI tools to help perfect it. I've created beats for my backgrounds of music videos and whatnot. I'm sorry, YouTube videos and whatnot. And it's a helpful tool, but people are taking it a step further and creating full artist. And I think Timberland is a pioneer. I think he's a pioneer, and he's taking advantage of the current climate that we're in for music. And I'm not mad at him. The only people that are mad are the fans once they find out that this is an AI artist. If he did not announce that was an AI artist, Tata, and just put out the music, I don't even think I would have announced it until like a year after. Like, hey, guess what, guys? Everybody that's jamming to this music, you've been jamming to something that's not real. Technically. Right? So there you go, guys. I just wanted to pick your brain and show you guys what's going on in the world in case you guys didn't know. Oh, real quick before I leave, I wanted to start the show off with this, but I wanted to talk about Ballerina, which I totally forgot. So I did like the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was higher up than what I thought would be on a list of kind of like the John Wick world. The kills just kept getting more and more brutal as the movie. So anyways, now we're projecting by the end of this weekend, tomorrow, 26 to 30 million. Lilo and Stitch is still killing at the box office in its the second or third week. I'm not really sure if it might be the third week, with 32 million to 34. Okay. Now this may seem like an okay opening or not. I mean, to someone like us that follow the movie numbers, this is not an okay opening for a movie of this gravitas as far as like, budget. Okay. So Ballerina needs to make over 200 million to be a box office success. So if you guys don't know by now, a movie needs to make 2.5 or times 3 its budget to be profitable, to be successful. All right. Now, we don't know the international numbers yet, but domestically, it looks like it's going to be around 25 to 30 mil, which is not good. I thought it would do more based off of the John Wick name. Now, the movie has a budget of, where does it say? Okay. The movie is reportedly over $80 million budget. That's where it can't. That's where you have to start looking at things, okay? Mainly because it underwent extensive reshoots, okay? This is where people try to hide the budget. I'm talking about studios. They hide the budget. That's why I was outraged when everybody online was like, "No, Captain America: A Brave New World had a $180 million budget." They did not even account for the reshoots, guys. That's why us that really follow the numbers, all this shit matters. And they're like, well, why does it matter? It matters because when you start putting out numbers of it, what it finally made, you're like, oh, this is successful. Not if you account for the reshoot numbers, which is like an extra $50 to $80 million, especially if you're doing a Marvel movie. Now, if you're doing a huge movie, like an action movie, like a John Wick, which it's over a 2-hour movie, and you have John Wick, and you have multiple locations, and you have a lot of practical effects, and you have a lot of hand-to-hand choreography, combat, 80 to 90 million is actually low. Because I believe, were the John Wick movies, I believe like $100 million? Let me see, actually, what those were at. But even for a side movie, I expected a little more. I believe, let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, what? Oh, these were extremely low. So the first John Wick had a budget of 20 to 30 million? Keanu must have took a price cut on that. John Wick Chapter 2 was 40 million budget. Chapter 3 was 75 million. Okay, that's when they almost doubled the budget. I was going to say, I think because I remember hearing the last one had a $100 million budget. Okay, the Chapter 4, which I recently just saw, which was great. $100 million budget. Okay, so this one has an $80 million budget. So almost the same budget as Parabellum Part 3. So it's going to need to make, 2.5 to be successful. Now, can it do that? I think to even have reached that number, 200 million, it would have had to hit 50 million plus opening, like 50 to 60 million domestic opening. At this trajectory, I don't see that happening. I think it's going to do maybe another 100 mil worldwide or international, and it's going to be about 130, 150. Yeah, it's going to underperform. But that doesn't mean necessarily it's a bad movie. A lot of movies that have underperformed this year for me were my favorite movies. I mean, Thunderbolts was a really good movie to me. People still clown me for that. I don't give a shit. It underperformed. I think it made less actually than Captain America. So Marvel's not doing really well this year. We'll see what happens with Fantastic Four. I'm not looking, honestly, to me, I'm not even really invested in Fantastic Four, but I'm probably gonna go see it. I did not watch the Lilo and Stitch live action. We will probably catch it on streamer. But yeah. Science of movies. Clicks types fast. Do I? I don't even notice. Actually, you know what we should do next go around is a typing test, because it's been a while since last time I took a typing test was over 20 years ago in high school when we did the typing class. So the boogeyman is not dead, Baba Yaga. Yeah, everyone fears the Baba Yaga. All right, guys, I'm going to get going, make some late breakfast, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining these chats. It's always a great, great, great time. Trying to sort my Chinese takeaways. Okay, you're great. No, you know how they have those typing tests that you can take online or whatever, and you can kind of see how fast you type or whatever? Because I don't even know how many words per minute I am. Have a great weekend. I'm going to watch some movies. We have Clash of the Titans to watch for the Patreon. It will be coming. I'm going to be doing an edit for Sebastian because he did win a competition where he got to pick for me to watch a reaction movie here on the channel. It was called Red Rock West from 1993, I believe, starring Nicolas Cage, Dennis Hopper. Fantastic film. Lara Flynn Boyle as well. I liked it so much I wanted to make a YouTube edit, and I'll be watching that, as well as Revenge from 2017. Please join the Patreon if you guys can. It's only $5 a month. Links are down in the description below. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for all the questions, by the way. Have a great, safe weekend.